Hi there. At this point, my guess is that you've done your news discussion already. So thank you to the four of you who led that. And let's see, I think it was, I had it listed in an email here. Hold on. Jesse, Henry, Brittany, and Lauren. There we go. So thanks to the four of you for leading that. And so now you're probably wondering what you're going to do here today. Well, it's a bit of a deviation from what I had originally planned to do in the schedule, in the syllabus, and by now my guess is that you're probably used to that. I didn't update it and revise it again, but I'm going to make the audible change here because the bottom line is that we're just swapping out one in-class exercise for another. Originally, I had planned you to do an in-class editing exercise. I had a story I wrote once upon a time, and I was going to have you insert links. You basically do what we did collectively in class on Tuesday. I decided against it because in your Harrower textbook, and some of you may have that with you, and some of you may not, and that's fine. Don't worry if you don't have it. Don't worry if you don't have it. I already made a copy of the page that I want you to complete. It's already in hard copy form, and Samantha, our class GA, has that for you. And so she'll give that to you now, or maybe she already did, but kind of an informal way to do this. Let's see here. There we go, that page. It's page 179. I can't see if that's visible or not, but I tried. It's page 179, and at the top it's titled Online Package Planning Guide. And as you know, I don't stick to the textbook. I do tend to highlight and accentuate things as I have you read the chapter text, but I largely view that as supplemental to what we do in class. I like this document that's on page 179. And so this is the hard copy I made that you should have if you don't already have it in front of you. And what I want you to do for your in-class exercise, I want you to actually come up with a story idea. As it says at the top, 25 words or less. By now, you should know that that would be representative of a summary or a delayed identification lead. And then you got to think about questions that readers would ask, and then how exactly you plan to answer those questions, or more importantly, in what way, through what medium, or combination of media do you plan to answer those questions. They list four. To me, that's kind of arbitrary. I would like you to at least come up with four, although I think you could easily come up with more. At this point, I'm not going to hold it up and talk about it, so you should have it in front of you. You'll see, though, to the right, it says staff, and it says deadlines and all that stuff. Well, the deadline I can tell you. In fact, I will go right into the in-class assignment link. Here it is. Now, you'll notice this is an item. There's no linked document this time because this isn't digital yet. I just decided to do it as a hard copy. I thought that'd be easier. So that it's already printed for everybody, and you just got to write on the form and complete it. But I would have you submit that to Samantha on your way out. I don't think it'll take whatever time is remaining for you to finish this, but I do want you to give it some thought because I think that this is an important concept, how you go about packaging content so that it most strategically utilizes the advantages of those media elements that you decide to use in your multi-platform storytelling. And that concept, multi-platform storytelling, is very much what you're going to do in 221, and that is in your future. If you're not going to register for that next spring, which I don't think you can, I think you have to go through the 120 series next. So for most of you, you'll probably be in News 120, 121, and 122 in spring 2016. So my guess is 221 would be perhaps a summer class or more likely a fall 2016 class for you. But the bottom line is that it is required and you do have to take it, no matter what your area. I think graphics has to take it too. Definitely Photo J, definitely news, magazine, secondary ed, all the ones that are journalistic in nature all have to take News 221. And that is the title of that course. It's multimedia storytelling. So this is going to be a nice exercise to kind of get you thinking. I'm not going to have you actually do these things, of course, but I do want you thinking about it. So as you go further down, then it really wants you to outline in greater detail what graphics, what specific multimedia options would you include, links, we talked about that on Tuesday, credible links that you would include for the story angle, whatever that is that you decide, and then user participation. In other words, audience engagement. How are you going to get them engaged in the story to boost the analytics? And so I kind of like the way this is set up. I mean, there's a couple things I might change, but for now, I think I would like you to give this some serious thought. And, I don't really care what you want the story idea to be. Pick something that interests you. But what I'm more interested in is the depth of engagement and thought that you've put into this. So I guess what I'm saying is, don't spend just 5 minutes on it, get the shit done, turn it into Samantha, and then be on your merry way. I mean, I would like you to give it a little bit of thought. I know I'm not there to hover over you like a vulture, but please do this. And then I have not, at least as of the time of this recording, I have not put in a new AP style quiz. But be on the lookout for that, and I'll probably make an announcement or send the class an email once I finally do have it up. But I'm running out of time before I gotta leave for my flight. So I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But there will be, sooner or later, another AP style quiz that you're going to need to do. Other than that, once you finish the in-class exercise, that's really all I have planned. I've got a lot of grading to do, and so I didn't have any other out-of-class assignment for you except the ongoing strategy document that you should be working on. And we are getting closer to those meeting dates, October 27 and October 29, at which time I will want a hard copy of this completed document from you. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that once I get back from all this conference travel business. But that's still out there, is the bottom line. That's still out there, and you should be making progress on that, even though it's not due for a little while, because that also is going to require some thought from you. So that's what you're doing for today. I'm going to wrap this up, make it as short and sweet as possible. And then if you do have questions, of course, holler at me. I will be reachable. I will have internet. I just may not be as quick to respond depending on whether or not I'm actually presenting or if I'm attending a session. So have a great weekend and enjoy your fall break.